It's 18 minutes past 8. A woman from Bridlington with a rare form of stomach cancer is urging the NHS not to withdraw a drug which she says is extending her life. Laura Todd currently takes the drug which is called regorafenib, but it could be withdrawn from the NHS's approved drugs list because they say it's not good value for money.
A petition by the charity Gastrointestinal Stromal Tumour Support has already got over 100,000 signatures on this. Vice Chair of the organisation is Jayne Bressington. She's with us now. Good morning, Jayne. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
This is quite a petition that has been gathered, isn't it?
It is, yes.
What's your reaction to the NHS wanting to withdraw this drug?
Well, obviously we're shocked, and I think that's really what's prompted such a massive response. Yes, we are a small group of patients, and those patients who aren't yet eligible to go on to regorafenib have viewed this basically as obviously a lifeline for them. But if it's taken away, that lifeline disappears altogether. And you know, if you try and put yourself in that position, that prospect doesn't bear thinking about.
Yeah, it must be absolutely terrifying thought. Just sum up for us, for a patient, how important is that drug?
Well, basically, all GIST patients at diagnosis, if surgery isn't possible, they're offered a first-line treatment called imatinib, and if that doesn't work, they're then offered another drug called sunitinib. And there are different types of GIST patients. They tend to respond to different things. And there's a particular group of patients called wild-type GIST patients. They generally tend to be younger people, adolescents and young adults, people in their 20s and 30s. And they have a type of GIST which generally doesn't respond to the first two treatments, but they have to have failed them before they're eligible for regorafenib. And therefore, to have that drug, which has shown benefit to patients, shrinkage of the tumours in some cases, really is a very upsetting prospect. And that's why we've actually tried to make it so public that we really do need this drug.
I know that Laura from Bridlington, who we've spoken about, was really, really upset about this and wanted to talk about it. She says it's extending her life. Is that right? It can actually extend your life?
Well, yes, because the way these things work, they're targeted drugs, and the tumours, unfortunately, we don't have a cure for this cancer at the moment. But what we're looking to achieve is a situation where a patient is able to live for as long as possible, and we're ever hopeful that another treatment will come along that actually will be the cure. And we've got patients who, when they've responded to the first two treatments, for example, imatinib, there are certain types of GIST, and some people have been on that drug for 10 years, and they managed to live a really normal life because the drugs tend to target the tumour rather than the other cells in the body. So the side effects are minimal. As I say, and the group of patients that will benefit from regorafenib obviously want to be able to access that drug and to live longer. I mean, they're young people, they want to see their children grow up, and as I say, to have that taken away is a very cruel prospect. At the moment, our campaign and the appeals that have been submitted by clinicians and also by the company that produces the drug have enabled a situation where the drug hasn't yet been removed, but it's in an appeal process, and we are wanting, basically, I'm hoping and praying that the panel that review this situation again will agree to retain the drug rather than remove it.
So we'll have to wait and see. Jayne, thank you for joining us. Jayne Bressington there from the Gastrointestinal Stromal Tumour Support Group. Over 100,000 signatures, not against having that drug removed. The NHS have told us they've carried out a detailed assessment. The decision is currently under appeal, and the drug is still available to patients until that appeal process is over.